Hey guys, it's Ryan. So it is currently, hang on, what's sitting here doing? 2:18 Saturday afternoon. We didn't hunt this morning. I didn't hunt this morning. I was feeling under the weather. Woke up this morning puking, what have you. So I stayed home. Got wood stove fired up at my place and that. Figured I'd come out this afternoon. I sat down here at the river bottom we was in the other weekend, the weekend before. We haven't hunted of an evening, so I figured I'd come down here and give it a try. Just for a quick hunt. We got about 4 hours before dark, give or take. But that's the game plan right now, is just go in here and see if we can see anything coming out to the beans this evening. If I don't see nothing in here, no matter what, regardless, whether we get one this afternoon or see a deer or we just don't see nothing, tomorrow I will be probably in the hardwoods. The only thing that might stop me is going down the road to that other piece of river bottom at State and going back in there where we found the buck bed and the river crossing all right off the edge of that one private CRP field. That'll be the only thing that stops me from going to the hardwoods. But it's going to be on tomorrow on how I feel. If I'm feeling all hardwoods, then I'm going for big hardwoods. Or I may go hunt that river bottom section. I don't know. I haven't hunted it in a couple of years. I think I took a small 6-point buck off of it. It's been 4 years ago. So, we'll see. But we're getting ready to head in. Well, I'm getting ready to head in. I just sat here and ate for 20 minutes now. Putting some food in my stomach. It's the first thing I've had all day. Figured I might as well eat before I go climb a tree and sit there until dark. So, but pretty much ready now. I'm going to get out, get my bow ready, get my pack on, get my saddle on, ease in there, get up a tree, and try to get up one where we're on the edge of that beans, or as close as we can to the trails that go out to it, is the game plan for this afternoon. So, enough said. I will see you guys in a tree here in just a few. Later. Hey guys, we were just walking in. We're right here on the private side. We got to walk the bean field in. And I just jumped a 6-point buck. He was, if you guys can see that tall spot right there, he was bedded right there. And he just ran into the state woods right over there. So we just jumped him. That means there's deer here in the afternoons. So we ain't gonna have no other choice but to bump him and get set up, because we got to go down to the corner of this field and then cut in a little ways to get on we'll get off the private and on the state. Hopefully we don't jump anymore. He was a decent little 6-point, big body, nice 2-year-old buck, maybe 2.5-year-old buck. Just a little update. We just jumped one. It's not always good, but we're gonna do what we can do here. I'll see you guys when we get in the tree. Hey guys, we're walking down this bean edge here on private still, and we just jumped that little 6-point again. I think he went over the ditch and he's on private now and off the state, but we was walking in here. Look at that. They got a licking branch right there. So he's been doing some work. We're gonna get on back in here. Quite a bit of deer sign. Quite a bit. I don't know if the cold temps had something to do with it or much, but they've been hammering these beans. They are all chewed up. I'm hoping that buck went on over onto the private section on the other side of the state, and he ain't gonna be looping back around here to get to the river, because if he does, he's gonna bust me while I'm setting up. But we're just about where we're gonna be. I got another 60 yards and I'll be inside the woods. So I'll catch you guys once I get up a tree and get everything set up.
Like I said, hopefully that little buck doesn't show back up before I'm set up. He'd be a hard one to pass on. He's young, but he's got a pretty good body on him. So I'll see you guys once we get in the tree. All right, everybody. We're in a tree. It took us a little while. I was just trying to figure out where I wanted to be right here on this bend of the river. So we're right here against the river. The river's right here to my left. Beans are straight back behind me. I got a main deer trail right below me at like 10 yards tonight. But I'm also able to watch that roadway we was watching last time we was in here. So it's going to be close quarter if one comes in. And I'm kind of hanging out in the open, losing a lot of cover down here in the river bottoms. So this is not my ideal setup for tonight, but this is what we're going to make work. Like I said, hopefully they don't notice us until they're right here on top of us, and hopefully by then I'm already drawled. It's been an ongoing debate in my head on if a deer walks in and I'm able to get the shot, but I can't get the camera on the deer. Do I take the shot, or do I try to get the deer in frame before taking the shot? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna do the best I can to get the deer in frame before I shoot. But man, when they get up close, sometimes you just can't move. So it may be one of them that I'm just a hair out of frame when I shoot. So, but I'll do my best to make sure the deer's in frame. Hopefully right here I can get it preset to where they walk right down this trail. But we know how deer are. Deer don't always do what you want them to do. They don't always play the script. So yeah, we got about 3 hours before dark, give or take. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get quiet and see if anything comes in. See you guys. I didn't get a chance to video it, but we just had a doe run right through on the edge of the marsh. I don't know where she came from, but she ran right through there on this. I'll spin you guys around. So that doe ran right through, right there, going that way. I didn't notice her until I heard something running. I looked over and she was running through. But fingers crossed, they're starting to move now. I think it's like, it's almost 5 o'clock, so hopefully we'll see something. I'll give you guys an update once I see something. Alright everybody, we had that doe come through right on the edge of the marsh. I don't know what she was running from, but she was running from something. Getting down to that final crunch time. It's about the last hour of light. So if we're going to get a chance at one, it's going to be soon, hopefully. All I've pretty much seen is ducks swimming in the river. I ain't seen the first squirrel yet. Still hoping them deers come out of this funnel. Come out of the funnel right off the edge of this marsh and work his deer trail at 5 yards. 5 to 10 yards, I can't remember. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. Seen that buck when we first got here, and then that doe, she come running through, but other than that, the only thing we've seen is ducks. we see anything else. See you later, guys. Alright guys, we're down to about 6:35 right now. Seen 2 river otters in the river on the other side there playing around. That's pretty neat. I ain't seen them in a while. Then I had a coyote come in, but he didn't get close enough to even try to video. He knew something was off and he was gone. But we're gonna sit here and chill until dark. If we don't see one, then I'll pick you guys back up once we get to the truck. But so far, just the 2 deers. So I'll either turn the camera back on when the deer is standing out here ready to be in shooting lane, or I'll pick you guys back up at the truck. Alright? See ya.
Morning, everybody. Alex and Ryan with the Hunting Haven here. Having us some MRE drinks to start the morning off. What you got?
Chocolate hazelnut cocoa beverage powder.
I have some French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. So, starting the morning off here, hunting another river bottom area. Gonna try some new spots this morning. I'm gonna try hunting towards the front.
I have no idea where I'm going in here right now.
Honestly, we're just winging it.
Yeah, this property's flipped so much this year.
It really has.
On how the deer pattern is. I promised, like I said yesterday, next weekend, hardwoods only.
Yeah.
I will not be back here.
No.
It's time to hit the hardwoods.
We gotta do something. But on a positive note, from the video you seen about last night, he jumped a couple deer, and on my way in, I jumped a decent sized deer. I don't know if it was a buck or a doe. I couldn't tell.
Oh well.
It's right there at last light, so hard to see. But hopefully this morning we can go in here, set up, and one of us can knock something down. That'd be great at this rate. Besides you hitting them with your truck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's not do that no more.
No, let's stop doing that. I almost did it this morning to a dog. All right, guys. Well, we're going to finish up our breakfast powders here because, well, that's what we're starting off with. And we'll catch you up in...
All right, guys. Up in our tree, hunting a new little section of this area I've never hunted in before. I'm hanging right off of a ditch. A little ditch line right over here that they love cruising along. We've seen them constantly cruise off of this area. So, I don't know how well you can see. Oh yeah, they love cruising along this little ditch line here. And if I can swing you guys around, they love cruising through there. So, they love cruising this little area over here. So we're gonna see if we can't catch one. See if we can't catch one cruising through today. So, fingers crossed. Ryan's about 600 yards that way. So we'll see what's going down. I'll update you if I see anything. Alright guys, we're back in the same tree as last night. Alex said he had a good feeling about hunting up in the very front along the ditch. So, we're back here. I'm right here on the bend of the river again. The deer trail's maybe 10 yards from the tree. It's starting to rain. I think it's going to rain for about an hour, give or take. So we're just going to sit here and see what happens this morning. Next weekend I will be in the hardwoods hunting. So far, the only thing I've seen is a beaver going up the river. There's some turkeys further back on the state. I can hear them. They're up in a tree right now. Yep, we're just going to hang out and see if anything comes through this morning. I'll pick you guys back up when something happens.
Well, just had a small spike and a young doe walk in probably, I don't know, 20 yards. 20 yards away from me, but they were covered up by a couple branches. I couldn't get a shot on them. I think the young spike saw me move. Neither one of them blew or anything like that, so hoping maybe they might work their way back. Did a couple of doe grunts, maybe that'll draw them back in, thinking maybe I was a deer. So we'll see, and I'll keep you guys updated. Right there's the deer trail. Just right there.
Well, guys, we gave up on deer hunting. The only thing we saw was what, 2 spikes?
Yeah. And that little bitty fawn.
Oh yeah, I know. Fawnal spots. So we've decided to relax and do some squirrel hunting. So yeah. So I'll catch you guys on the next video for deer hunting coming next weekend. So keep an eye out and have a good one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.